So we're looking at the next section in Capricho Árabe. So just make sure that everything is connected at the very beginning, right? So you are all the way up here. I think I skipped something like that. Oh, hold a second. And then bar here. Then you repeat that. And the second time, however, well, we're doing it over here. Yeah. You switch over to second position. I'm going to do that again. You set this up. All of this you're doing very well. Now, at the beginning, we're talking about the melody being more important than the accompaniment, right? So as you slide up, be very careful to hit this almost as if you're brushing them. Then, there's the 4. Be sure to switch over to 7th position when you're doing this part. Notice 3. 3 is really critical for this because you're going to slide it up so that in 10th position you can use it again, and then land your bar, right? And then this part as written is fairly difficult, right? Because you do have to do that hammer on. It's not the end of the world if you don't do the hammer on. Right? This is critical. 2 on the 10th fret, 3rd string, 11th fret here on the 4th string, and then you're going to sneak in on the 10th fret your pinky. This is on the 7th fret. And then instead of using 1, you're going to use 3 for that E. It'd be great if you can hold that as you do that pull off, but it is very difficult. So you could just withdraw your 3rd finger, although it does sound better if you hold it there. And then from the 3rd position on the D, stacked 2 and 3 on the 7th fret, 4th and 3rd string. Then sneak in the finger, the pinky finger. So they're all stacked on top of each other on the 7th fret, right? So here you're going to set up your 3rd finger on the 4th string and your 2nd finger on the 2nd, on your pinky on the 2nd string. Land your bar, start on the 5th string, thumb, thumb, index, middle, ring, right? All the way to the E flat, next to the 12th fret. Now, on the score, you actually have it marked as 2-4-2 for the ornament, right? I find it's just as easy to use 1-3-1. Hammer on and pull off. Right? And then you land 1 and 4 on the 3rd position, 3rd and 1st string. Right? And then you find yourself in 5th position. It's very similar to what you have at the very opening of the piece. Right? Then you find yourself in 9th position, 4-2, 12th position, 2-1. This time 4-1 directly. Back to 9th position. This time 4-2. 4-2. Then you're going to stack 1 and 2, or 2 and 3 for that matter, on the 2nd and 3rd string. Then as as you do this chord, remember that you don't have a fourth string, right? You start with the fourth string, three is on the fourth string, third fret. Pinky is half stacked below it on the second string. So open fifth string on the first fret, then stretch your pinky so that you are on the fourth fret and you have an open G. Then land them up, or 2, 3, or 4. Then the second time you come back from here, you're supposed to repeat the piece, right? But the second time you come around, and again, then you make a bar on the third fret, right? And let me see, yeah, right? So this is 3 on the sixth string, right? And this is the fourth and the second string. Actually, the third and the second. So you have a C7 right there. 1, 3, 1, 4, right? And then here you're going to have a little bit of a stretch. This is difficult. And what I suggest is to actually not do a bar right at the beginning. Right? You're going to use this stretch here. This is the third fret and this is the fifth fret. Right? Now you think that's difficult? It's going to get harder. Then 3 is going to be half stacked on the first string and 4 is on the second string, right? That's the sixth fret. And then you lower your index, right? So this is in order to avoid doing a bar, right? Otherwise, if you're comfortable doing the bar, then 2 on the fourth string. Here is where you would land your bar, right? Otherwise, no bar here, no bar here. Land your bar. 1, 3, 4, and then with the fifth string, 1, 3, 4, right? And then come around. Oh yeah, you have to do this business. Right, after you do this, you can lift your bar, and you come over to the fifth position. Your bass is going to be in the third string, right, on the fifth string, 2, 4, 2, first string, right, and that's the second string, and then he wants you to, and I think, oh yes, that's it's minor. I keep on thinking it's major, right, 3 on the fourth string, 1 is in the bar. Then here you have to reach all the way to the sixth string. 2, 4, 2, 1, 3, and then you're in the third position for this. And again, your favorite chord. Or you could actually, to tell you the truth, you could even do 1, 4, 1, 3. The next C is played on the second string. Right? So you have. Bring 2 around to the fifth string, keep 3 on the third fret, and you're even going to stack 4 right below it. Pull off from 4 to 1, right? Right? And then you repeat that whole thing. And then it changes. You're going to be on the fifth position. And then you have some hammer-ons and pull-offs that make things a little bit easier. You have a chromatic scale that's going to bring you all the way up the neck, but this should get you going for next time.